welcome back to another Woody's Bumnut episode. Okay, in this episode we're heading off around the northeast of Tasmania, and this is part one. So in part one we're going to be doing Georgetown, a little bit of Lonnie, Low Head, then we're going to go up to South Croppies where we have a bit of an incident with the drone. So anyway, keep watching and you'll find out what happens to the drone.
You got?
What?
What do you got, mate?
Oh, it's part of an avocado seed.
Oh,
yeah.
Avocado seed. Sorry.
Yeah, so anyway, in part two, we're venturing off more around the northeast of Tasmania. So we'll be taking in some of the places like Scottsdale, some of the inland places where it's starting to get quite cold because we're coming into winter, so we might even see snow. And in that episode,
it's cold.
We might even see Chalky and the dogs getting thrown into the snow then. So that's episode 2.
You'd be pretty strong to throw me in there, darling.
But let us know what you think of the video after you watched it. Watch it right to the end because there's always something after the credits, and put any comments below. Coming up to the school holidays, jump on our website www.woodysbumnutcampers.com.au. I'll put the link below, and just check out our website. We've got a kids travel notebook, and that might be of some interest if you're travelling along in the car and you want to keep the kids entertained as well as educated as you're doing a road trip around Australia. So check that out.
I'm sorry if I'm not saying much, guys, but while we're videoing this, I've got 2 dogs just out of the camera here fighting over an avocado.
An avocado seed.
Dumbasses.
Oh, I tell you what, it's never a dull moment when you're travelling with pets.
Yeah.
So that's us, travelling with pets.
And staffies don't grow up at 3-year-olds.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No. Yeah. So anyway, if you like our videos, like, subscribe, and press that notification button, and you can be up to date on all our videos as we're travelling around Australia. We're going to be in Tassie over the winter break, over the winter season, so that should make for some good footage as Chalky and the dogs haven't seen snow, and we'll be here until probably the end of the year, so we'll come up with some videos along the way. So yeah, press that like and subscribe button.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dumbasses.
Chalky's not saying anything because he's bloody cold, even though he's still drinking a beer. Cheers. We stayed at Beaconsfield for about 4 days. Great little spot to camp at the showgrounds. So you got water, you got a dump. It's close to town and it's free, but there's so much to see here in Beaconsfield. You've got the Miners Museum as well as the Miners Gold Brewery, and then you've got a lot of things on the outskirts. You've got a lot of wineries, you've got Greens Beach, which is up the road, and yeah, nice little spot to hang out for a couple of days.
We're at the Beaconsfield Heritage Mining Centre in Beaconsfield. I'm just going to come down to buy a new tractor.
Jesus. So the Beaconsfield mine was gold. It's not going now after 2006 when they had the disaster here, but they got a great museum. And yeah, you can walk through all the museum and have a look, and as we venture along I'll show you a little bit more of the Mine Museum in Beaconsfield. Sounds like you in the morning. It's from this viewing point here that they videoed Todd Russell and Brant Webb coming out after 14 days being trapped underground here.
Eerie.
Very eerie. And it's just an amazing how they've just kept this mine going as a museum now, just to show people what it was like. Yeah, so if you get down here, definitely it's well worth coming to visit the mine centre here at Beaconsfield, and just seeing and reading how these men survived for 14 days. And you can go into the little space that they had of a 1.5 cubic metres with 2 of them in there. I don't know how they walked out, but anyway, it's amazing. 1.5 square metre entrapment, where the 2 boys were trapped for 14 days.
Miners Gold Brew in Beaconsfield. Just done the museum. Beautiful. Now we're going to have a couple of beers and some snacks and enjoy the afternoon. So here we are, 8 beers. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, so this is the Fajoa sour beer.
Sour beer.
Sour beer. So we'll get Chooky's opinion on a Fajoa sour. Maybe he likes the sour.
This is the West Street Ale. I deal with fried foods and cheeses. Ooh.
That's quite nice.
Yummy beer.
I can see that would go well with cheeses.
Sweet, sweet.
So this is a museum at Harley Davidson here at Launceston. Just above the shop and restaurant. We're coming into the Joseph Cramy Winery today, just outside Launceston, and yeah, just going to have a couple of samples of a couple of wines, so we'll see how we go. Going to go in and check out Platypus House and then cruise across and then see the seahorse world at Beauty Point.
He holds tight, but you don't need to hold him terribly tight. Just hold him firm. Make sure you want to let him know, and then if you hold enough, he'll just sit on your fingers. A bit tighter than that. See, they call it horse.
This is so cool. Seahorse World in Beauty Point. So you can get to interact with the seahorses here. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, he loves me.
He loves me.
I just go away to get him. I know the big one.
I'll let him go. Feeding the babies. So how old would these ones be?
Oh, probably reaching 2 months old soon.
Okay.
So it's 0 to 2 months.
So this is the Pier Hotel in Georgetown. So it's a pretty cool old hotel, and you can go into the main bar and take your dog. So we took Dude and Harley and Miss Woody in to have a beer. Rightio, here we are in the Lowerhead Pilot Station Maritime Museum. So it's $5 entry for a donation, and you can go around and see the history of all the pilot boats coming in and out of the Tamar, and all the history on the whaling, the seals and diving and anything else that relates to the ocean here in Tasmania. So it's quite interactive. A lot of old relics that have been donated. So they had convicts here as well, assisting the pilots, rowing them over to the boats and so forth, and doing maintenance jobs and all sorts of things. So when they finished their term, they were then free men.
Toot toot.
This is the portable foghorn. The historic watch house at Georgetown. So we're just going to go in and have a look and see what's in there. This is so cool, this little village here. You can come and do a group tour and get the history of the whole town. And you can visually see it here in this little display village.
So this is the original watch house, police station, convict era in Georgetown. It was St Mary Magdalene's church group, which was burnt down. Patterson did live in the little cottage for a little while. Across the square is Regent Square, which is under major redevelopment still. The brown building on the far wall was a private home, which in the end was a women's convict housing.
Oh wow.
And that's where a lot of the babies died. So when the children died, they were buried in a lot of unmarked graves.
What, in that area?
In the area where that brown house
Yep.
has now been pulled down and nobody has built there since.
Right.
The Pier Hotel has been built along here, and tucked in on the other side of the steam packed in is the Flinders Maritime Museum. Corner to the right is the baby bonnets room, memorial to all those little children that died. It's very sad actually.
Yeah.
We have a jail cell room set up, and we also have an international goals room.
Oh, this is in memory of 900 lost babies here in Georgetown. So that's little bonnets made. Oh, that's pretty sad. So we're here in Lowerhead. We're at the East Caravan Park camping ground. It's $15 for the first night and $10 a night after that. You've got access to a dump point, you've got water, but no power. So if you've got a Jenny and solar, then you're right. And public toilets are just down the road. Here we're tucked away because we're going to have westerly winds, so we're tucked away behind the trees here. But yeah, it's just a really nice quiet little spot.
Yeah guys, Sunday afternoon in Tasmania, sunshine, beautiful weather, beautiful colours, and fucking rain's gorgeous. Walking along the beach in our hoodies.
Yeah, I know. We're dressed up for the next day. Oh wow, that's so cool. I reckon that's why they call some people with loud voices foghorns. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh, far out! Yeah! heading off into Croppies Point. So we'll see how that is. We've got westerly winds at the moment. So if they're too strong, we'll head on over to the Waterhouse beach camps. So we're heading into Croppies Point. Oh, so there's no camping beyond this point. So it's 4-wheel drives only. So this could be interesting. There's nowhere to turn around, so we have to reverse up for a little while. I'll be the spotter. See how good my husband's reversing is. So yeah, we'll probably have to reverse into here and then come out this way. Tight little spot here. We've got westerly winds, so we'll just see how we go. This is where he keeps saying to me he wanted a 19-footer, and trust me to want the bloody bigger caravan, because it's spots like this where the 19-footer would be so much better. So he's just going to swing his ass back around this way and then just sort of bring us in a little bit more so that we're not wedged up against all this vegetation.
That'll do us for a couple of days. Yes, we're staying for a couple of days.
Yep, if we find this drone, it's going to be a bloody miracle. Doing another hunt for the drone, just on the off chance that it's crashed in here somewhere where we can find it. Nope, we've given up the search for the drone, so we're just going to now go and have a little explore around South Croppies. This is South Croppies. So we're on the north coast of Tasmania, just a little bit east of Bridport, and we've just found a little spot here, but we won't camp here because it's been so bloody windy. But just to give you an idea of what it's like on a good day, it'd be nice camping.
Westerly, so westerlies are coming straight at you there, so you couldn't have come in unless you backed the van down, blocked yourself, and you still got the wind there.
Yeah. Waterhouse Point. So this is Mathis campsite here. It's so protected. Everywhere we've been, it's been really windy. So this is quite protected here. Beach out from the Casuarina campgrounds. Some nice rocks to maybe go fishing on. This is Mathis campsite here on Waterhouse Point. So yeah, it's probably a little bit tight for caravans, but it's a nice protected little beach, and you still have a little bit of service here of 4G. Yeah, no, it's quite nice. So this is Waterhouse Point campground. These are all a bit tight for caravans. If you had a small little caravan or a camper van, you'd be right. Wow. So we're on the east side of Waterhouse Point. So there's a couple of camp spots here that we're going to check out. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So this is on the eastern side of Homestead Point. Oh, how nice is that? Wow. Sit. Sit. Right, enough. Okay guys, welcome back to a animals. I tell you what, you never work with animals.